I think, like I said, I think we've played a lot of teams who've had that big playability in Michigan and Ohio State, and they like getting the ball down the field. So I think it's just another challenge for me to make sure my run pass reads are 100% like I always do. Um, Especially when we're in those deep coverages, cover two, cover three, just making sure that my eyes are in the wrong spot. Make sure my eyes are in the backfield on those RPOs and those play action passes. They can do that play action passing, and Charlie sprint down the field and he has a wide open play, or the double moves and things like that. So just making sure my eyes are in the right place and making sure I'm always sound on what I'm doing. I think that's going to help me, especially just making sure we're not getting beat deep, make sure I'm not getting beat deep, make sure if I have the chance to help one of my corners out, make sure I'm able to play over top of him or double a guy or sit underneath the rock just to help him out. So I think just being sound and making sure, I'm watching the film to kind of see the game or see the play before it even happens. I think that'll help as well. I think that's something that helps our defense. We do a great job of watching film together and making sure that we're all on the same page of what we're seeing and what could possibly come. Just learn everything, learn motions, learn routes that we may think happen, learn crossers, everything. I think just communication as a whole defense, as a DB core of what can come, just so everybody's aware of what's possibly happening, knowing the down and distance, the area of the field, what receivers are aware, who's on the ball, who's off the ball. Just all of that takes into account each play, and that's definitely going to help us for sure.
I'm guessing you've gotten a question or two before I got here about Charlie, but
Maybe one. Maybe one or two.
Just that one.
Yeah, just one.
what's it gonna be like going up against him?
It'd be interesting. I think I played Charlie for the past three. No, not for, I won't say 4 years. He hasn't been here that long. He's been here since 2019.
He was here 3.
3 years.
Yeah.
He was 3 years. Yeah, I played Charlie for the past 3 years. I mean, it won't be anything. I won't say it won't be anything like anything crazy, but just he won't be in the Iowa system. I'd say he's gonna be in the Purdue system. They like to give him the ball, and that's just going to be a very interesting. That's just going to be really interesting just to see the ways in which they try to attack us and using him. So I think it'll be definitely a very interesting matchup between our corners, him and Charlie, and then especially Tyrone. They use him in the slot. I think I've seen him in the backfield a couple of times. So it'll definitely be just a very interesting game, just to see the ways in which they try to use their players and how they try to attack us from a defensive standpoint.
Will the hit be any harder if you have the opportunity on Charlie?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Maybe, like I said, a little love tap. Just say how you doing and everything. That's about it.
I can't imagine there was a more frustrating game for you guys than last year against these guys, because you were 6-0, just beating Penn State, crushed Maryland the week before that, and then to have them go up and down the field on you all the time, and then have David Bell have a career game, stadium record game. I mean, how did you guys deal with that afterwards, and then watching it today? How has that impacted maybe your preparation?
I think we understand, just I think we understand what we have to do as a defense. I think last year, I think they just did a really good job in game planning for our defense. I think they hit us in a lot of different ways. They threw the ball down the field, and we were just out of position in a lot of those plays. A lot of those, like I said, you never know what plays are going to change the game. And I think they had probably 5 or 6 huge plays that really impacted that game and field position and where they ended up at. And I think, if we can just limit those, I think that'll completely change the game this year. I think, that's kind of what hurt us last year, was just those deep balls that they hit and us being out of position. So if we're in position, I think, whenever we're in position and whenever we're oh my gosh, I can't talk today. Whenever where we're supposed to be at, then that limit those things. And I think, especially this year, whenever there's been a big play or whenever, something has happened on our end, I think, we've been out of position, or, we're just 2 steps away or a couple feet away from where we needed to be at. So I think if we can limit that, we'll definitely limit those big plays and what they're trying to do to us.
How is the offense, your offense, replicating Purdue's offense this week and how they play?
I was about to say, our scout team, I think, our scout team, they're doing a wonderful job. I think, our scout team understands completely what the type of challenge that we have. I think our receivers are running the routes, really, really well. I think our running backs are running hard. Our O-line is giving us a great look. The quarterbacks are doing a great job of sending the ball down the field, and I think, whenever it comes to what our scout team does, I think each and every week, I think they understand, what we need to be successful as a defense, and they give it to us every single week. So I always commend our scout team for the job that they do, because they're always giving it 110% like it's a game, and I think they treat every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday like a game, and we look as such as well, because if we don't prepare each and every day like a game, then we won't be prepared for Saturdays. So, like I said, our receivers, our running backs, our O-line, our quarterbacks, they're doing a wonderful job in replicating the Purdue offense like they've done every single week. When we played Ohio State, I think they did a wonderful job of replicating what they tried to do, what they did and what they ran, the way they ran their routes. They do a wonderful job in just studying kind of their offense and kind of replicating the way they do things. So they're doing a wonderful job and giving us a great look.
What was it like for you when Tyrone and when Charlie left? How did that feel?
I didn't really feel, any type of way. I think, if somebody's not happy, if somebody's not happy and they feel like they need to be somewhere else, I have to respect their decision. As a friend, as a brother, as a teammate, if I wouldn't want somebody to be where they don't want to be, and because that's just going to bring, their mood down. They're not going, they're not going to be giving their all or 110% of what they need to need to do, and I want them to be happy. I always, if it's my brother, it's my family member, I always want them to be happy, and if they're happy where they're at, then I'm happy for them, and they're having a lot of great success over at Purdue. I love seeing them play. I love seeing Tyrone on Saturdays. I love seeing Charlie on Saturdays making plays, and I just can't wait to have the opportunity to go against them again, and see them again. So haven't seen or seen them in a minute, so it'll definitely be a great chance to see them and go against them, instead of just being in practice, but in an actual game and get a chance to actually lay the wood on it for real.
I can't imagine. Imagine the last thing you want is for him to go off on you guys and to lose, but how do you not get distracted by just number 15? Has Phil been messaging you on that?
It's not,
saying, don't get too wound up with
like
Charlie?
I said, their offense, it's not really, their offense isn't just Charlie. They have a really good offense. I think they have they have a couple really good running backs. The O-line is sound. The rest of their receiving core is really good. O'Connell does a great job of getting the ball to everyone. They have a really good tight end in 87. I don't know his last name or who his name is.
Durham.
Peyton Durham. Yes, that's it. Really good. Like I said, they have a really good sound offense, and I think we've played a lot of really good offenses this year. So I think we've had a lot of preparation for it. When we played Ohio State, I think we did the score may not have looked the way it looked, but from a defensive standpoint, I think we did a really good job of limiting the things that they were trying to do and what they did. So I think we had a lot of preparation. Going against Michigan, we've played a lot of really good offenses so far, and I think doing that, I think that's going to prepare us for this back half of our season, because we're about to play a lot of really good offenses these next 4 games as well, in Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Nebraska. A lot of high-powered offenses who can really put points on the board. So I think we've had a lot of preparation for this game. And I think for the next couple of games, I think all of that is going to carry on to the rest of the season.
Now, who's